Hello everybody, what's going on guys? Your boy OP here. Oh, I just realized my shirt's all messed up. Give me a second. Hope y'all are doing good. I am doing pretty good. Today is day number 4 in the psych ward. Or just hospital, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But not too bad. I got 2 shirts on because it's chilly in here. So it's been a pretty good day so far. I'm about to contact my lawyer for help me with this EPO stupid fucking thing that my brother put on me. Oh yeah, if nobody knows, my brother, the one I was sharing a house with, I lived in the basement, he lived upstairs with his family. He got an EPO put on me after he got me put in the mental hospital. Because he entered my place illegally with his father. He didn't know the baby was in there and he was going to try to start a fight with me. He thought it was just Leah. Then when he saw it, then he realized the baby was there. He realized not a thing to do. So he didn't start a fight, but he did call his dad over to come help him fight with me. When he thought that Leah was not there, he was going to... I already know he's saying that's not the case, but I already knew. That's why he called his dad over. Why does his dad need to come over? For him to knock on my door and say he doesn't want Leah there. It's my place. He can't say anything. He can ask me to ask her to leave, but he can't do anything about it. Even his dad can't. Right? So, I mean, why would you call your father over while you're banging on my fucking door? If it wasn't for an altercation. But, anyways, he saw the baby was there. And I looked at him, I was like, are you guys fucking stupid? That's what I said. I was like, there's an 8-month-old, I keep saying 8 months, he's a year, but I said 8-month-old baby sitting right in front of you. Like, are you guys fucking retarded? I slammed the door in their face and locked it again. And then, of course, they tried to be good guys after that. First, they're like, get the fuck out of the house, get outside to Leah. And then as soon as they saw the baby, they're like, oh, well, we're not heartless. No, you guys are just trying to cover your own ass because you entered my place illegally, and I called the cops. And that's what they try to do, right? They're trying to, in the background, yell out that, oh, we're not bad guys, because they wanted the cops to hear them being reasonable, right? Of course, cops not knowing that 10 seconds before that, they were getting ready to barge through the door and try to start a fist fight with me. Which they both would have lost, no offense. One of you is, yeah, I'm in, you're big, but you're a fucking old man. And Andrew, you're a pussy. No offense, bro, but you've always been a pussy. You've never been different. You work out so you have big muscles. Big fucking deal. That doesn't mean shit. You can't fight. You're a bitch. You've always been a bitch. Your whole fucking life. Everyone that knows you knows that. They know you've always been a bitch. I was the one that would always watch out for your ass. And you never fought with a single person in your fucking life when you were a kid. Who did that for you? Who did your fighting for you, bro? When you ran your big fucking mouth to everybody, right? This guy. But anyways, I guess you seem to forget that, right? But it's all good. I don't even care. It's in the past now. It is what it is. We're not family anymore. We never really were, to be honest. Let's be honest, right? You choose your family. Family isn't just the people you're born with. That's your, maybe biological people, but any 2 retards can go out and fucking have a kid, right? Anyone can have a family like that, you know? So, no, you're not family. You never were. You tried to make yourself feel good because your dad came and took care of you and I was left with nothing. But, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, so my day's going good. I'm going great. I got coffee. They allowed me to order coffee, so I bought coffee for me and everybody else here, all the patients and all the staff. So we're all enjoying good coffee now instead of the crappy hospital coffee. And I bought some Coca-Cola. You see it on the floor there? I love Coca-Cola, so... Well, I love Pepsi more, but they only had Coke on the site. And it was on sale, 30% off or something from 7-Eleven on DoorDash, so... I bought it. And I also bought a pop from McDonald's, because why not? I didn't think about the DoorDash, about the 7-Eleven thing right away. It only popped up afterwards, and it's like, add this to your order. So I was like, oh, shit. I just paid cheaper for a 2-liter than I did for a regular size pop at McDonald's, but it is what it is. They don't do the dollar drink day things if you get it off like Skip or DoorDash, so it's regular price, unfortunately. Sorry about me, I look a little bit of a mess. I didn't get to have a shower. They gave me like some wipes, so I cleaned myself up, like my whole body, hair, everything. And they're gonna try to get me in a shower later, but it's just, timing thing and a lot of people and yada yada, so. I had one yesterday though, so I'm not too worried about it. I spent the morning working out. I'm so skinny still, but that's not bad. Like, look at me, I'm getting there. I've been working out every day I've been in here. I've been treating this place basically like it's prison. It kind of is. I'm locked in a room, a small room. It's bigger than a jail cell, bigger than any jail cell I've ever been in anyways. But I've basically been treating this place like it's prison, except it's better, a little bit. The staff's nicer. Staff, the nurses, they're awesome. They're great people. They have really big hearts, and they're cool people. I was a little bit of an asshole to them on the first day, so anyone that I apologize, but again, I kind of got hauled out of my house, thrown in handcuffs that were way too tight, thrown in the back of a paddy wagon, brought to a hospital, and told that I was fucking mental, basically, that I was getting put away. Even though I'm not mental. I mean, I am. I have issues. But who doesn't, As long as I'm managing them correctly, it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, I guess that's basically all going on right now at the moment. I'm about to call the lawyer, like I said, to deal with this EPO thing. I am going to get one as well against them. I might as well. Not his family. I don't care about any of them, the kids or anything, but my brother and his father. They are the ones that want to play that way, so I'm going to do the same thing. I feel like it's only fair. I'm not allowed to contact them. They shouldn't be able to contact me in any case, and that's kind of how they've been doing it. He's just trying to get me in shit, right? Because he's telling me, oh, you're not allowed to contact me, but then he's messaging, directly or indirectly, but then he's messaging me on Facebook trying to get me to answer him back, right? And the second I do, I get in shit, right? So I'm not a fucking idiot. I know the law front and backwards 10 times better than he ever will, both of them. So it is what it is. So I just blocked him, and his father, and every member of both of their families, Megan's and his wife's family, and mine, and his, sorry. Well, I guess it was mine. I haven't spoken to my grandparents yet, so I don't know how they're taking this or how they feel or if they're even going to speak to me, but I mean, they spoke to my mom after him and my dad broke up, so I'm hoping they don't hold this against me, because I actually love my grandparents. They were always, his grandparents were always my grandparents, and they were the only grandparents I consider my grandparents, because my grandparents, after my grandfather Patrick died, Patty, we all called him, he was Irish, obviously. After he passed away when I was really young, we only had grandmother, and she was a fucking heartless, conniving, using bitch her whole entire life. So, see, she passed away a couple years ago, so apologize, but not really. It was like 10 years ago by now, I think. Maybe more. So respect to the dead, of course, but you weren't a good person when you were here on Earth, so wherever you're at now, I hope you learned your lesson, or learning your lesson. And that is about it. I've been writing a lot. Like a lot. I made myself my own thing of personal goals. I got all the things I want to do kind of while I'm in here and get ready for when I'm out, things I've already finished. I made myself a daily schedule for when I get out. It's just a work schedule, working out, meditation, yoga, everything, meals. Just a daily schedule so I can stay more on track. It's better for me if I have a structured schedule to be able to, keep my mind focused and things like that. In here, it's not too hard because there's not a lot for me to do, right? My mind isn't jumping because there's nothing for it to jump to. I'm not doing anything in here. It does start jumping when I start getting on ideas. Like, my whole life I always thought I had like ADHD and things like that. And I'm sure I do, but the doctor actually brought up to me the fact that he thinks I might be like manic bipolar. And once I and at first I was insulted. I was like, manic, I was like, that to me, that's just another word for fucking nuts. It's not, but to me, I didn't know that at first, right? Though when he first said it, I've never looked into this, and I'm smart, but I'm not a genius. I don't know stuff about stuff that I don't know about, you know what I mean? I mean, I am a genius, but still, even a genius doesn't know about stuff they don't know about. So I started looking it up and going through videos, YouTube, on Prime, on Netflix. That's what I do. When I do research, I do every bit of research from every area I can. So I go on the net, and I go on Google, and I look through Wikipedia, and I look through every fucking site I can find on there. Then I go on YouTube, and I look through all the videos I can find on there. Then I go on Netflix, watch the movies and the documentaries and stuff I can find on there. Same thing for everything. So I do got a nice page full, and then some on the back. All about bipolar disorder. And I also have more of my plans. And these are my main support people. So it's Leah, my ex-girlfriend, my very best friend, and her son Lucas, who I love more than anything, to be honest. I love that child. That little boy lights up my life like brighter than the sun, okay? I could stand next to the sun and I would not feel the light in my heart that I feel when I'm near that little boy. That little boy, sorry, I might tear up because, like I said, my emotions, even good ones, make me cry. Just because they're overwhelming, right? I don't really know how to deal with it, so crying is a way to get it out. My body just naturally does it. Yeah, anyway, sorry. So Lucas, love that little boy. Sweetest, cutest little thing you'd ever see in your life. He's so funny. He loves it. He likes silver. He likes shiny stuff. So whenever he's over at my place, I give him a spoon and a cup. It's a Stitch cup that he likes, or his Pumpkin King cup. I have a Jack Skellington cup. I call him my little Pumpkin King. So this Jack Skellington tin cup is his. And he just bangs on the things with the spoon. They're thick cups so that he could never break them, you know, and I'm always sitting right there with him. He's in my lap or I'm sitting right in front of him, but it's so cute. Then we got Adriana. She is, again, sort of a longtime friend. She was actually Leo's best friend, and that's how I met her. And we didn't get along at all at first when we met, you know what I mean? We kind of didn't dislike each other, and we fought a lot and shit. But then we started actually talking and realized we're a lot more alike and a lot more in common than we thought. And we're actually really good friends now. She's one of my best friends. I can tell her and talk to her about anything, and she's there for me. I messaged her. She messaged me back 2 minutes later, you know, anytime, even during this. So, her and Leah. And then we got Aiden. He's a young kid that has ADHD. He lived two houses away from me from my brothers, and I started paying him to help me with my garage yard sale thing that I had going on. I was paying him by the hour at first, $15. I only needed him for the first hour on the first day because I just needed him to, you know, watch over my stuff while I was doing other things. But then I realized he was a really good salesman and he was plugging stuff like really well. So I was like, you know what? I'll pay you hourly and by commission. So I started doing that, and he went hard. And that kid was selling. Kid was making me money. He was making himself money. He made I think $200, $300 in 3 days, and that's him. That means I made that much too. So he made us $600. Really, really good salesman as a little kid. He's really smart too. He is smarter than almost any adult I've ever met in my life. The ADHD will do that. He can connect things in his brain that just most people just can't, and automatically. So, then I have Moose. He's also a guy with ADHD that I've met throughout my travels and things of trying to find myself and help my mental health better, you know, when I thought it was ADHD, kind of trying to open up and live with that honestly and openly, which is what I want to do. No matter what I have, I'm not going to lie about it to anybody. I want to be open. That's the way it's going to help me, right? Be able to deal with it. and have friends and people that can actually support you. If they don't know what you're going through, how can you expect them to understand or support you if you're lying to them, right? So, and I realized that. So Moose, really great guy. He does combat training and workout training and things like that. So we're getting into that. He also works up north with horses and stuff, which I love. Next person is Jeff. Jeff's a newer guy that I met. Haven't known him that long, but he's a good friend, and I already know from first few interactions with him, he's a real fucking solid guy, real shit. He's a real guy. He's a real man. Okay. Jeff, if you see this, realize, say amen. Thanks for having my back. I know you did. I know that day when Buddy punched me in the face, I know you were getting ready. I knew. And that's why I told you guys. That's why I was like, no, let me deal with it. But I appreciate you being that ready to step in. My own friends wouldn't be that willing to step into a fight for me that quick. So just so you know, bro, you ever need anything once I get out of here or while I'm in here, you let me know, man, and I got you, okay? I know a lot of people. Okay, so I'll send word if you need whatever you need, man. Let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can. Okay? You had me at my back, I'll always have yours. That's how I am with people. I treat you the same way you treat me. Then I got Shyla and her husband. Her husband I don't really know, and he doesn't really know me at all, but Shyla is a childhood friend. I've known her she's back from New Brunswick days. So I've literally known her since I was 7 years old. Maybe earlier, and she's one of my best friends, and I talk to her about everything, tell her about everything. She helps me out with a lot of stuff. And then there's Leah, a different Leah, not the ex-best friend Leah, but another Leah she's on my Facebook. She's a girl I know from my past as well, from I think the time I was around like 19, 20-ish, give or take around those ages, 21 maybe. I met her back then, and we've been really good friends ever since. She doesn't live around here, but she's always there for me. She messages me. She's a friend. She's a good friend. So we got all those people, and they're my main support groups. Other than my grandparents, Daddy Ma and Daddy Papa, that's what we call them. It's just a name for grandmother and grandfather. I don't know again how they're taking this whole thing. I haven't spoken to them or reached out yet. I'm going to, but I haven't yet. So till I do, I guess, But they are my grandmother and my grandfather. I've always loved them very much. They've always been nice to me. They've always loved me very much. They've always been kind. And I don't stay in touch with them that often because I'm kind of like that. I don't stay in touch with people. But I hope they know that I love them and always will. And I guess, so I've been doing that. And then I got a whole other chart here on the back. So the 5 pieces that make one piece of my heart. It makes my heart whole. So if I put all these things together, I feel like if I do all these things, put all these things together, my heart will, come together. Sometimes I feel like there's pieces missing. Sometimes I just feel like it's blackness. Sometimes I feel like it's not there at all. Sometimes I feel like it's frozen. Sometimes I feel like there's a chain walled around it with a fucking lock going around that, Sometimes I feel like it's way too out there and open. People could just stab at it anytime they want. That makes me feel vulnerable, which I hate, but sometimes it's a good thing. So those in mine are family, friends, money, and okay, people are like, money, why in your heart? Because, okay, here's the thing. Money does not buy happiness, but money can unlock the doors that lead to the path to happiness. Does that make sense? If you have money, you are able to do things that normally you would not be able to do. Walk down roads you normally wouldn't be able to walk down if you did not have money. So in a sense, no, money doesn't buy happiness. Even people with a lot of money can be unhappy and have problems and issues. But it does unlock other options and doors. So then there's my passions, which are helping people, helping animals, music, obviously. Not obviously, but music, and cooking. All the things that I really love to do. And the last is knowledge. Because, well, knowledge is power. I love power. Power is money. Power is, and it's not the power that I love, it's the knowledge. I love being smart. I love learning. That's why I watch so many videos. That's why I read so many books. That's why I just try to learn everything I can about anything I can. My phone right now, if I could show you the amount of apps, I guarantee you I have more apps on my phone right now than any other person out there almost. Like almost guaranteed. I have like 90 some apps. I don't even know how this phone's still running. But it is. And that is basically it. I wrote some stuff down, like everyone is the hero in their own life story. You just have to believe in yourself and love yourself. Never give up or stop trying to learn, grow, and better yourself. One person can make a difference. One person can be the change. You are that one person in your own life. And it's true, everyone is. Everyone is that one person in their own life. If you want to make your life better, you are the one that can do that. But you have to love yourself, you know? You can't even love others correctly or properly until you love yourself properly. It's not a thing. You cannot give to others what you don't give to yourself. You cannot give to others, help others understand what you do not understand yourself. It's just the way life is. All right, so I literally came up with all these pages actually about bipolar, the graphs, everything. After watching only one 5-minute video, I got through half of it, watched another like 10-minute video, I think, and bam, right? Because that's what my brain does, connect stuff. I learn things really quickly. I can connect certain pathways really quickly. I always thought it was ADHD that I had, and it still might be, but when the doctor brought up bipolar, and I started looking it up, it actually makes a lot more sense than just ADHD, because I thought I had multiple disorders, like ADHD, anxiety, but bipolar disorder can cause these things to also come out. So I probably do. Again, I'm not a doctor, I can't self-diagnose, but just with the way I act, the symptoms, this, that, I have pretty much every single one of all of them. Even there's different spectrums, of course, of bipolar, and I seem to fit almost like every single category. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to the doctor about that. I'm supposed to be seeing him sometime today. He's gonna come by today at some point, but so we're gonna see. Yeah, anyways, guys, so yeah, I don't know. As for my family with my brother and shit, well, I just decided, like I said, you choose your own family, right? And if you can't accept me for who I am and help, you know what I mean? Not that I need your help, but if I'm going through something, I don't expect you to be shitting on me, okay? That's not what friends do. Friends and family do not kick each other while they're down. They don't start throwing rocks on top of you while you're already buried in the ground, you know what I mean? To weigh you under the dirt. They help you, they understand, they as best as they can. My family did not do that, was not willing to do that, will never be willing to do that. So it's time for me to just cut ties and move on. That's what I've done with everyone else in my life. That's why I have no one else in my life. I've cut every tie that I needed to make my life better. Drug addicts, dealers, this, that. This time it just happens to be a more straight-edged person. But to me, it's all it's the same. It doesn't make a difference. If you're negative in my life, you're negative in my life. All right? It doesn't matter how you're negative or how much you're negative. If you're negative, you're negative. And if you're negative, I don't want you in my life. If you are causing me grief, me stress, me problems, drama, I don't want any of that in my life. I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. I want to live a good life for the rest of it that I got left. So, I'll always love you, bro. Deep down, you know, I'll always love you. You're my brother. But I can't deal with you anymore like this. So we gotta separate, split ways, and you got an EPO anyways, right? So I can't come near you no matter what anyways or talk to you for the next, well, a month at first, I believe, until we go to court on the 12th. I'm not going to fight the EPO. I don't have a reason to. I'm going to get my shit packed up out of his basement, and I'm going to go and start living my life for me, which I haven't done in a long time. I've always cared about what other people thought, what other people wanted, and that's got me into so much trouble and so much shit, you know, and it's not worth it. It is not worth my life. It's not worth me being unhappy to make someone else happy. It's one thing I've realized recently. And before, that's not the way I saw it. I thought everyone else's happiness had to come first. But it doesn't. My happiness, my life has to come first to me. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Anyways, guys, this video is a bit longer than I planned, but they usually are. I hope you guys are all having a great day. And I will see you guys. Sorry about the glare in my glasses. I should have took them off a long time ago. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, I got a nice black eye there from where Buddy punched me in the face. I didn't even notice that till earlier today. But, yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys. I'll probably make another video later once I talk to a lawyer and stuff, and I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later. Cheers. Like, subscribe, hit those good buttons, all that good stuff. You can add me on Facebook or message me on Facebook at Chris O'Neill or Opossum. I have one of each. QOQrecords.ca. The O in records is an 8. So, see that? The O in records is an 8. Just like my earrings. Alrighty, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I am going to be doing more music while I'm in here. I'm going to start writing more now that I have the time. So hopefully by the time I leave here, depending how long that is, I have a few songs ready because I do want to try to get my first CD out, my first thing. I know I got to grab a single off that, but that's going to be that one I actually already have ready. I do have a couple songs already, not recorded but ready, so I don't want to do them in here. Maybe I should do one in here though. Yeah, actually that'd be a pretty good idea. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love, of course. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to each other, and don't hate on anybody. Be nice to people. If you don't have something nice to say or think or whatever, just don't. Right? Love each other. That's what we need. People in this world, we need to start looking out for each other, the whole world, everybody. Right? We want everyone to win. If I'm winning and you're winning and you're winning, if we can find a way to do that, everybody win down the line, that's great. Too many people are losing. The life is too hard these days, right? And it should be easier for everyone. Life shouldn't be rough. Especially not for the generation to come, right? We got to make it easier for them because they deserve it. They don't deserve to get thrown into a fucking mess that we created, We got to fix that shit before they have to start dealing with our fucking problems. That isn't right. Anyway, cheers, guys. That's not a shooting thing. I think it's cool. It's like a Western thing, okay? Don't look into it. I'm not starting to kill nobody or none of that stuff. Okay? Just so we're all very clear on this. Since I'm in the position I'm in now, I have to be very clear on things I say because everything gets taken out of proportion, including me lighting candles on the cement steps at my house in my front yard at 11 at night when I was having a barbecue. That is in my paperwork. That was one of the reasons why they think I can show it to you. Yeah, let's put these glasses back on though. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I got here somewhere. Oh, so these are the first things I guess they said. Presents as manic with pressured speech, grandiose ideation, and increased goal-directed activity over the last month. Starting a new YouTube channel. I don't see why that's a thing. I don't understand why they take normal shit that people do and they're like, oh, he's crazy, so look at this. He started a YouTube channel. Yeah? What about the 9 billion other people? Sorry, not 9, but like 2 billion other people on the planet that have a YouTube channel. Why the fuck aren't they all locked up for it? And persecutory, sorry, that word fucks with me. Ideation of a delusional intensity involving family members, which I'm assuming I think means that I am thinking that they're just after me for no reason. That isn't the case, but I mean, is what is. They can see it how they want to see it. I does not really care. Oh, there we go. He has made threats to kill people in YouTube videos. No, again, to make it clear, no, I did not. If anybody watches any of the videos, you will see, and the video they are talking about is the one about, actually it's not up anymore, they made me take it down. My brother and his wife, they were freaking out about it, so I took it down for them. It's the one where I told my ex's ex, Alex, that the old Chris, he threatened to come to my place and like fight with me or whatever the fuck. And I told him that the old Chris, 15 years ago Chris, is exactly what I said, word for word. 15 years ago, old Chris, if you would have said that to me, I would have showed up at your house, I would have walked in, I would have locked the door, and I would have been the only one walking out. That is what I said, exactly word for word. Old Chris, not today Chris, old Chris. 15 years ago, Chris was hooked on meth and crack and cocaine and fentanyl and almost any other drug you can mention. I was just blah, 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 blah. It didn't matter what it was. I was sticking it in my body. I didn't give a fuck. Okay, so that Chris back then would have. This Chris, smart. This Chris, sober. This Chris, normal human being. Do I have some issues? Sure. Who doesn't? But anyways, yeah. Was burning candles on his brother's lawn. It wasn't on the lawn. It was on the cement. I wish I had a picture because I could show you. It actually looked pretty cool when the candles were burned. I didn't let them burn all the way down, but almost. You know, like I said, I was barbecuing and cooking, and it was dark out in the front. He wouldn't turn the lights on for me, the front light. So I used candles. I need to be able to fucking see. Sorry, that's what candles are for, are they not? If not, why the fuck do you make them? Anyways, and allowing people to enter the home? No, I did not. That's Leah. I let Leah and her baby Lucas come into my basement apartment. Yes, it's my fucking place. I pay rent. He's the one that wanted me to live there. If he didn't want me ever having a guest over, he should have said that. Leah, I knew he didn't want over. But again, it's my place. I pay the fucking rent there. I get to say who comes and who goes, not them. The landlord doesn't tell you who comes and who goes in your apartment unless you're renting a room. This is not a room. This is a full apartment. Completely separate from them up at the upstairs of the house by 2 doors. So that doesn't make sense, but... and they said they think there's a risk of harm to others and a risk for me to deteriorate. There's only a risk of harm to others if they try to harm me first. I will never, ever... I don't believe in violence. Old Chris, again, yes. This Chris these days, I don't believe in violence. I don't like violence. I hate it. I do not like it when people push me to the point where I get angry or violent. I don't like that. I don't enjoy it. It does not make me feel good. Okay? But when you keep poking, light the thing on fire, poke at me some more, throw some Kindle on there, light some more, poke and poke and poke till there's a fire under my ass, and then I react. I'm sorry, but I don't really see that my fault, especially when I try everything I can to stay away from situations that make me like that make me angry or anything else. Same with my brother. He's barged into my apartment more than one time with refusing to leave, which I have the videos of him calling me names and shit when I started recording him because I wanted him to leave my place and he was refusing and he was trying to push me into a fight. If you push me into a fight and then I fight, whose fucking fault is that? Is that my fault? Apparently it is, but I don't see it that way. Sorry that we disagree. Agree to disagree. But yeah, and I guess that's about it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Sorry, I know I was going to end this a long time ago and then I got into this, but yeah, that's about it. Anyways, guys, have a good rest of your day and I will see you again a little bit later when I have some more updates and stuff. Cheers. Peace. Love each other and be nice, okay? Look how much of a tan I got. I had to switch my ring finger, and like my arms are so tan compared to the rest of my body. Like so tan. You can't really tell there. But look at those abs, bro. Getting there. All right, bye guys.